Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I'd like to thank you for today. This will be the first prayer on the first podcast of 2026. And Lord, I just ask that you help all those that's in need. I ask that you protect all of us. And I also ask that you watch over us as this year goes on and give us the courage to learn more about you and tell other people about you as well. Lord, I hope on this podcast today that we can give people hope and faith in life itself and you as well. And please forgive us for all of our sins. And in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Rooted and Rising podcast, episode 61 in 2026. The whole mic's just going nuts now.
Oh, yeah.
And if you remember from the second to the last one, we were fighting wasps the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, it's wintertime now.
Wintertime.
Solid 78 degrees outside
78
in winter in Arkansas. So, you know,
I'm still wearing a jacket.
Yeah, nice and chilly outside.
Yeah.
Solid 78. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Which could be 69, but it's not, sadly.
Yeah.
I hope everybody out there is doing great. Hope everybody out there is having a great start of the year.
Facts.
I know that I am.
Big ups.
Very thankful for everything that we get. Podcast is going to be huge this year. Huge guest. Huge all kind of things.
Yeah.
Like no small stuff.
Working on it.
Speaking of huge, we start every one of these podcasts off asking the great John Reeves.
Oh, shit.
This is new and improved John Reeves, guys. 2026.
Oh,
version.
yeah.
He's the greatest. So we start every podcast off with the question to John, how he's doing nowadays. What's he's got going on, net worth, social security number, all that stuff. That's what we start this off with.
Yeah.
So for the start of 2026.
Yeah.
John Boy, what we got going on?
I almost gave you a fake social security number. I thought that'd be funny, but what do I got going on? Shoot. Got a few things going on. So we're back to doing some fitness. I'm not in the gym. I'm at my house, all right? I like that better. Mm-hmm. It works out for me. I'm doing some functional fitness and a little bit of maybe personalized training for maybe a goal I've got coming.
Cool, we like goals.
A goal coming down the pipeline. Yeah, this is the first time I think I've really, in a long time, like I've really got my sights set on a few things.
Nice. Literally.
Yeah. Literally. So I'm going to see what I can do about it. I'm trying to get locked in by like the end of next week on what I'm going to do. Mm-hmm. Because all of the big goals I have are going to cost.
Yeah.
Like a decent amount of cash.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, I'm trying to decide how I'm going to lock in on each of those this year versus next, et cetera, et cetera.
Do we got any that we can tell the people? So the people in the comments can root for you.
Yeah. And let me tell you this too, because I actually have something cool I'm stirring up. But also, I do want to say this, though. I went ahead and started my working out before the new year. Mm-hmm. All right? That was your idea. Mm-hmm. You know, trying to get motivated, trying to stay motivated. I've already got 2 books down for this year, one professionally for work, one personally for myself. And so trying to make a lot of big improvements just personally, discipline, learning, et cetera. But the ones that require financial help, I'm looking at, and I'm talking to, and I'm about to talk to some more folks about this house building stuff. I've talked about it a bunch of times on here. We've went back and forth on what I'm going to be able to do, what I think I'm going to do, what I think I'm going to spend, et cetera, et cetera. And I think I've got a plan.
Cool.
So we're actually working towards that.
Nice.
And I've got 2 different funds, if you want to call them that I'm saving up towards building. So, like, it's cool because I can build them simultaneously.
Right.
And that's helped give me peace of mind because the way I've decided to go about things, it's just like, because there's these things out there, like there's books or boxes or whatever where you put cash, physical money.
Yeah.
to save it up, right? You've heard of these.
I do a couple of them.
I'm sure the people have heard of them. Or if you haven't, check them out. Either way, it's a physical item. You put cash in, save up X amount by the end of a year or whatever
in your backyard.
whatever your timeline is. And so I've been putting money into that thing as I get cash. Okay? But then I've also got like the bank account stuff going. So like I'm working those separately, but I have a reason for that. It is because like I have different amounts coming from different places. The way I'm moving money around right now, it's a whole thing. But either way, it makes me save a lot more is what I'm getting at. So whether it's cash or whether it's digital money, I'm saving bunches of it, as much as I can, to put towards building.
Yep.
That was the point there. Now the other point is I'm really wanting to go shoot some big game this year. And I've used ChatGPT, my friend Chat, to help me come up with a plan.
Call her Laura. Just kidding.
I've been calling him Chad sometimes.
Chad?
Yeah.
Man.
Because it's close to Chat.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And we've got a pretty good plan going right now.
Cool.
I've just got to decide whether or not I want to invest in that this year.
Why are you not?
Because it's expensive.
Okay.
Because it's a lottery system. So what happens is
Right.
is I have to apply for a tag, may or may not get it, and that costs a significant amount of dollars.
Just to apply?
Just to apply.
Gotcha.
So
luckily you make like $300,000. Just kidding.
So, I'm trying to decide, do I want to gamble on that or not? Because it is like a form of gambling.
Right.
I'm trying to decide if I want to take the gamble, but I'm going to make that by next week, that decision, and then we'll go from there or we won't. But got a lot of other animals I'm doing workups on right now. I'm getting, if you don't know what a workup is, look into that. But pretty much I'm prepping for. So I'm going to be freaking dialed in. I got a whole list of things I think I'm going to get this year because I think I'll be prepared. I've been doing scouting, research like a madman, shooting to be dialed in for the moment. So we'll see if I can't pull it off.
Cool. Since it's the first podcast of 2026, I was wanting to talk about the way to look at last year. To see if last year was, for one, I mean, you can decide the easy, is it good or is it bad, but was there actually ways that you improved?
Yeah.
And I do think, just like working out, the most encouraging thing is to see a change in yourself. A lot of people think it's like C-bum or something. You're like, dude, I want to look like that guy. But a lot of people don't realize that you'll never look like that guy. But then you start seeing yourself in the mirror and you're like, hey. Or you start seeing some performance gains, you're like, hey, I might have something here.
Right.
And I think we could also look back and kind of have the same mindset. Hey, I might have something here. Like you said something about reading. You already read 2 books this year.
Yeah.
I learned how to read last year. I mean, so it's already massive improvements.
Right.
But on a serious note here, me and you touched on it just a little bit because remember I texted you and I said, how do you realize that how your last year was?
Yeah.
In every aspect of life. We could talk finances, we could talk spiritual, we could talk personal, we could talk relationships, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm curious to what kind of conversation we're going to have here because I have a way that I look at it and then you have a way that you look at it. And I'm sure there's a lot of things that mix in there. But I'm interested in what's the things that drive you to succeed the next year. So is there anything, let's start this out, was there anything that you did last year that was, let's say, a catapult into what could come this year?
Yeah.
Okay, hit me.
Debt-free. No debt.
Right on.
So
how's it feel?
out the gate. Awesome.
Tell the people.
It's great.
Yeah.
Get out of debt.
Yeah.
And I know you're like, easier said than done. Well, I did it.
Yeah.
So you can do it.
Yeah, we're talking like Lamborghini Huracan paid off.
No, nothing that wild. But
Yeah.
I mean, it was
It was a nice boat.
a nice boat.
It was a nice boat.
Yeah.
It's true. We wanted him to sell it for a Corvette. That's me and my boy Carson. I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but that's what we've been.
We'll see what happens. I think I'm going to sell it.
That's what we've been trying to say.
If you're looking for a nice boat,
Hey, he does have a nice boat.
get in the comments.
That's it.
I might make you a good deal on some equipment too.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah.
how did you do it? What was the mind shift change? Where did it come from? How is it going to prepare you for this year?
Okay, well, what are we in now? 26, so it was 25, so let's say 24. Towards the end of 24, I was like, yo, what have I been doing? Like, I looked at how I've been doing things, and I think I had gotten into this kind of trap of a mindset where it was like, yo, every once in a while, I'm just going to pay the minimum, and then I can buy something I really want, which isn't a bad idea necessarily.
Right.
But realistically, if you would look at it from this perspective, if I would have not done that and paid those bigger payments that I was working towards to get it paid off the entire time, we'd have been there quicker. And then those other things, I wouldn't have had to like, it wouldn't be like, hey, I'm going to pay less on this month and I'm going to like piecemeal this gun. I could have probably just bought one because I'm not paying on the boat anymore. Does that make sense? There's no money going out, just money coming in that now I can decide what to do with.
Right.
Besides your standard obligations, insurance, whatever, et cetera, et cetera. And so I was looking at that. So then I stepped into last year thinking, all right, no brakes, all gas. I'm going to put as much towards it as I can. Even paying, like extra, like I'm really going to go all in. And I've been able to do stuff like that before whenever I wanted other things, and I was still paying big, like quit going out to eat all the time, things like that. And
I remember the PB&J era.
I
remember.
Yeah, so I can cut the fat or trim the fat, as they say.
Yeah.
And be eating PB&Js.
Yeah,
that's not a problem for me.
Peanut butter has a lot of fat.
Yeah. And so I'm there. I mean, like eating out.
No, I got you.
Yeah,
I'm just messing with you.
And so I said we're going to lock in, and I did that. Well, at the same time, I had been using some other money I had been storing up in a separate account that I was building towards buying fun stuff. I'm going to use it to buy things for fun. Well, I'd saved up a decent amount, and I got partly through the year, and I said, yo, there's a pivotal moment where I only owe like X amount of dollars. Let's just, for the sake of conversation, let's say I've got $3,000 left I got to pay. And let's say that you've saved up $5,000. These are just stuff I'm making up. And it's like, yo, I could pay that off and still have money left over in this account. Is that more important than me spending this money, blowing it to have fun? Okay, well, how fast could I rebank that money if I'm not paying every month?
That's right.
Boom, paid it off.
Right. And you're probably already back up to that money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
So that's what I did last year to like shift my mindset.
Yep.
I said, we're not paying any minimums. We're going to go ham. And then when I got to a pivotal moment where I could make the choice to like, we're going to use this money for this or that. Let's use it for the smart thing.
Right.
Rebuild.
Right.
Easy peasy.
Right. And now look how much doors it opens up for you.
Oh yeah, I'm chilling right now. I feel really good towards trying to get progress on building the house.
Right.
As far as that's concerned, and there's a lot more to that I've learned about recently than I'd originally thought. But
building a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people involved.
There's a lot of stuff involved. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff involved. Well, right on, dude. Right on. That's
that was the big one.
Right.
Yeah.
My big one was a little bit easier, but it wasn't really that much easier. I got my wife pregnant.
Nice.
Kind of took a while. I had my what's the funniest thing ever? Shout out to my brother. I love the dude to death. He's hilarious. I told my brother, this is a great story. Every mother, grandmother, woman, essentially that's older than you that loves you a lot, normally wants you to have some sort of children.
Yeah.
And they may ag it on to the point to where it could become annoying or you almost resent them.
Yeah.
And luckily I never got to that point. But my mom, love her to death, was really, really, really wanting a grandkid.
Yeah.
And
a lot of moms do.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then when Cammie finally got pregnant, I went and I told my brother.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, Derek, I said, Cammie's pregnant. He gave me a hug. Had a real cool moment.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't need you to tell anyone yet.
Yeah.
I said, I need you to hold this for a certain period, and then I'll surprise Mom and everything.
Yeah.
And Derek goes, dude, I got this. No
Yeah.
problem. So obviously my mom knows now Cammie's entering her third trimester.
Yeah.
And this great funny story I figured out recently was that my mom, like I said, she's a lovely woman, nothing bad, but she was really amped up about me having a kid and was saying all this really, really funny stuff about Dylan and Cammie they're working too hard and doing all this, and they're so stressed out that they can't have a kid. And the best part about it was my brother was feeding into it. My brother was like, "Yeah, Mom, they're selfish. Like they don't think about anybody else but themselves.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. They're
Yeah.
trying to make all this money. Blah 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 blah. Whatever."
Yeah.
And when I finally heard that, dude, I was cracking up because I could just imagine my brother just going in on it,
Yeah.
even though the whole time he knows
Yeah.
the whole time. But he's like, "What could I say to egg this on?" And it ended up working out really good in the end because when I actually told my mom, I was like, she freaked out. And so it was really, really good. But all that to say, I'm realizing more things. I don't think I've changed as a person yet. Because, a lot of people say they do. They're like, when they become a dad, they'll change as a person. And granted, I haven't held the baby.
Right.
Yet. He's not born.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I was able to see with just being raised up to this point that I was luckily taught a lot of things that I could already be prepared for to lead up to this moment. Like the same thing that it's the coolest thing in the world when you get out of debt because you have all this extra money that you could use to hopefully use to just invest more in yourself, but also buy fun stuff. We all like fun stuff, of course.
You got to have fun.
I got money sitting back for a pistol optic because I'm the only one in the crew that don't have one, and it's been out of stock for the last 2 months. So that happens.
It happens.
But I'm starting to really kind of focus on a bunch of little key things because I want to be able to raise this girl to the best of my ability.
Right.
And I want everything to be on like a safe level. I want her to be able to communicate well enough to where I can instill hope and like wisdom in her to where she's going to be really smart. And I'm so hyped up about it. And Cammie's getting to the point now where she's hyped. Like she'll send me videos of it every night of like moving in her stomach or something like that. And it's the coolest thing ever. So that is definitely going to be the big thing leading into this year because she's due in April.
Right.
And dude, I a lot of people say they're not ready. I keep saying I am ready just because I know the Lord's got my back.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about how to do this. I'm 28 years old. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And nobody does. If they tell you, they're lying.
My brother, he said that. He was like, I'm ready.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I need a lot of people having babies. A lot of good people having babies. Let me tell you that. I'll say that. Not saying that you're not a good person, but like really look at it. I'm not saying that you just can't pop out 4 or 5 or anything like that, but realize that you have the potential to change the world. Let's think about that. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
This is a big deal, having a kid.
Yeah.
Because if you raise a kid that's a net negative, not only is very sadly your kid's going to suffer, you're probably going to suffer with it, and then therefore the world has a potential to. That sounds like a lot to put on a person's shoulders. However, we go over the risk in the reward chart.
Yeah.
And this is a high risk because you don't know what it is. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Cammie don't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
We're just making it along. But the reward, dude, could be so great.
Oh yeah.
And I can't even fathom. So I'm ready for that one. That was on my bingo card. Was one of my main ones was get my wife pregnant. So put the work in. So have you seen the movie? I know you haven't seen the movie yet because this ain't your kind of movie. But have you seen the trailer to Marty Supreme?
Oh yeah.
It's got Timothée Chalamet in it. He plays a golf or a ping pong guy.
Yeah.
Have you seen the very, very start of it? The intro.
I don't know.
The intro shows a sperm like wiggling its way to the egg.
Yeah.
And it literally crawls up in the egg. Like in the intro, and then the egg is obviously transformed into a baby,
yeah.
and then it turns into a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was like that one made it.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the coolest thing that I got going on now.
Yeah.
But what else we got? What else we got? Something a little bit different. Do you have any spiritual?
Spiritual, I guess, kind
Do
of.
you have any like real come close to death? I'm just kidding.
Not last year.
Yeah.
We didn't have no close calls.
No.
But I will say, first time in a long time I'd been back in a church. Not that I don't.
Wait, whoa. When was this?
When we went.
Oh. I thought you were leading into the story about your friend.
Oh, no.
Gotcha. Okay. Got you.
No, when we went.
Yeah, no, okay, I remember that.
That's the first time in a long time I'd been in one.
Gotcha. Okay, I got you.
That was good. But also, last year, we're building a habit. You know, people talk about doing
Drugs.
something consistently to build a habit. I read every day now.
That's awesome.
I don't miss. I think I missed. Actually, I take it back. I missed one day, and I was very angry.
This is reading the Bible?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was pissed that I missed it.
Yep.
But I was on vacation, and I straight up and down, it slipped my mind. And I was aggravated. Haven't missed a day since.
Dang.
I even brought a smaller Bible so it'd be easier to travel with.
Nice.
I got a 2 or 3. Either way.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, okay. So I got 364 days in 2025. But consistently, I am like, it's like clockwork, dude.
Right.
I'm on that. So that's been really good. I think that helps, and it helps keep it at the forefront of my mind. There's some interesting stuff in there, man. I'm still in the Old Testament, and it's very interesting. I'm really, because I'm trying to take my time and soak it in.
The Jewish section.
And call it whatever you want. But that's been really good, but it's also, it's led me to use it more, use the word more.
Got any examples?
Yeah, recently I got in an argument with some folks.
Cool.
And
we like those. No fist fights. We just want an argument because we're here for the truth.
And I was like, all right. Well, when I revisited like the idea of it, I said, well, I wonder what the Bible's got to say about
what's
this.
the word got to
So
say?
I Googled real quick.
Nice.
What's some passages? Where's some places I could go?
You should have chatted.
No, I didn't feel comfortable. We're not
Really?
there yet. Yeah.
Well, it'll just give you the Google page.
I know, but I just Google it
You
real
think
quick.
he's going to try to turn you to Islam?
I don't know what it's going to do.
That'd be crazy.
I don't know what Google's going to do either. That's why, like, I just used it to get the, like, chapter and verse. Like,
why don't you just get the Bible app?
and then I just went to it in my actual book.
Why don't you just get the Bible app?
Can you search in there?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll get it then. But either way, so I found some passages, read them. And I can't just read what it tells me to read. I hate that. I hate when it's like, because I'm afraid it's pulled out of context. And
Right.
some of them were. Some of them was pulled out of context. But then I
Right.
found a few that weren't. Because I read the whole passage and I was like, oh. And it gave me a different perspective. I think that's really helped me. My spiritual journey, just as far as trying to be more consistent, has helped open my mind and eyes in other areas of my life where maybe I've been stubborn or hard-headed or a little argumentative, when I probably could ease up. I could be a little bit more tender. And so that's been good. And it's also given me more wisdom in the fact of, like, I know that there's times where it's good to talk, and there's times where it's good to listen, and there's times where you do both, and etc. But there's times where you need to really reflect, and it's helped me process some of that reflection of those moments. So that's been really good, and I know that it's coming from a healthy source and a good place, you know. So I've done that spiritually, I guess. It's been good. Besides that, I'd really like to see better growth this year.
What does that look like?
Man,
do you think?
it would have been 23 or 24 whenever I had a moment. I remember I felt really connected. It was really cool. Here we go.
Go in the deets.
So I was reading my Bible.
Okay.
I'm in there, and there's some words, because I read the King James.
Yep.
And I was really struggling. Some of the words just weren't coming to me like I wanted them to. And I'd been reading for like 3 months straight. And I'd been really trying to walk the straight and narrow. I'd been really working hard.
What does that mean that they didn't come to you like you wanted them to?
So normally, I think I'm pretty good with literature. Okay? I see a word, I can normally pronounce it. I don't struggle a lot. Even though like it's harder to read, as they say, normally I don't have a problem. But man, I was just fighting to read it. It was like there was words in there that I was really just like.
So it wasn't that you were fighting to understand it; you were just fighting to read it.
Yeah, but it was causing mental block. Like I was struggling to understand just because I couldn't go with the fact. Like I kept rereading this section because I couldn't figure these words out. And I remember it was just like I'm like, dang, I'm like, why am I hung up today? And then it was just like there was a mood shift in the room. And all of a sudden, I was like, let's read this again. Mm-hmm. And then I've tried reading it like 10 times. And I kept going, kept messing up. I'm like, all right, let's calm down. Let's look. Mm-hmm. And I felt a different energy. Like, I guess like myself, you know. Mm-hmm. I sat down and I read, perfect read through. I got everything right. I didn't miss a lick. My flow was perfect. I'm reading, boom, 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 boom. Read the whole thing, read a couple pages. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the heck? It was, and I felt connected. It was like, I don't know. It was like I had some kind of mental block, and I just felt really connected when it was like boom, and I locked in, and I focused, and I was really reading. I was really soaking it in, really understanding, and there was like, I felt like I could have preached in that moment. That's how good I was reading and understanding it.
But what do you think that was? Was that you just finally understanding it, or do you think that was like Jesus letting you understand it?
I think Jesus was helping me.
Gotcha.
I think there was something in there that was important for me to learn.
And remember what it was?
He was really had me locked in. Man, I can almost tell you. It was early. It was in one of the first 2 books of the Bible. The way they have it made. I can't remember what it was. But it was super early on, and there was something.
Are you just reading it from front to back?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That it was really trying to get. I felt like there's something I was really supposed to be getting out of it, because every time I read, I try to read to understand. Obviously, I'm not trying just to go through the motions. Mm-hmm. And so I was reading. I'm like, I had not had a moment where I'd struggled, even though there's some days where it does feel more like going through the motions.
Oh, of course.
And I was struggling to understand, but that one, it was just like I couldn't get anywhere. Like I was stumbling over my words, and all of a sudden I was just like, it clicked. Everything clicked. And I felt like it was flowing. I felt connected. I'm reading. I'm understanding it. It was all just boom. It was all hitting me. Right. And I'm like, this is great. But I kind of felt like I lost that last year. I didn't really have any moments I felt where I was just really like honed in.
You think it's because you are able to understand it more? Because it's like when you do something new and you finally you have like that moment to where you like kind of lock in, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's like when you start doing it over and over again, it's like obviously it's important. It's the discipline because it happens when you work out. It's like when you first see the first improvements, you're like,
right.
And then 3 years later, your improvements go a little bit slower.
Right.
And I wonder if it is that you do have the knowledge, you're not having as many breakthroughs because you've already had that breakthrough.
Right.
Right.
It could be that, but I don't know. I want to do more this year. I've been reading in small pieces, and I think what may help me is I think I'm ready to tackle bigger sections at a time. I'm really going to try to sit down and invest the time to really start grinding through to the point that I think I could even cover 2 parts separately. So like every day I go and I have a bookmarker and I go open it up, I read, okay, I put my bookmarker back, I close it, right? Well, also, I've got other people who I think are good that I listen to, pastors or whatever, and I think it'd be good to just pick it up wherever they're at.
Yeah.
And just be like, I think I can do both.
Yeah.
Whereas like here recently, I've been not really doing that. I'm trying just to stick wherever I'm at and really think about it and take notes or whatever. I think I can do both. And I think I can take more on, get more read. And this year, I'm going to try to have more read than I have in the past 2 years because I've really been taking it slow to try and get, I guess, to this point where we're at now, where it's easy. I can get in there. I can read it. I'm understanding it. Now I need to pick up the pace, and I need to cover some ground this year.
Right.
So I think that's what my goal is for this year with that. But last year, I think opened my eyes maybe to like what you're saying. I'm ready to speed things up.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on. Mine, it sounds terrible, but I'll always tell the truth. I just don't like reading. I just can't.
I don't like reading, but this is the one thing I make myself do.
Well, see, that's what I need to do is actually make myself read it, and it might be kind of like how you watch your handful of guys, and then I watch my handful of guys.
Yeah,
I get more watching the handful of guys than I do sitting there and reading it myself because I'm nowhere near on that level. Like I'm not a good reader by any means, and I'm on the level to where there's a lot of it that I don't grasp fully. And which is wild to say is because this last year was probably the most connected I've felt me and Jesus. Like really. I don't know why that is. I have my thoughts, but I that's one thing that one of my goals is start getting back in church a lot more because I'm watching a guy read it. Yeah. And sometimes he can break it down where I can understand it more. But I do need to get to a point to where I'm rather audio booking it or if I'm reading it.
Hey, that's a good idea. My brother, I don't know how many times he's listened to it, but he uses the audiobook all the time.
Yeah.
And he'll use it while he's driving and stuff. And when he told me that, I was like, what? He was like, oh, yeah. He was like, dude, he's like, you can crush some like hours logged of scripture. And here's something I will say about that. It's just like, if you get in there, dude, do what I started. When I started a few years ago, because I'm not by no means even close to some of these other cats that I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know some dudes, and I hear about people who, like, they're so good at it and they're so disciplined in it.
Yeah.
They can read it in a year.
Oh yeah.
And I know somebody. I don't know if he wants to be shouted out, but either way, his family. He has a reward system. He said, if you read it, I'll pay you. If you read the whole thing this year, I'll pay you. He tells his kids that.
That's awesome.
Well, one of his kids is a beast.
Yeah.
And read the whole thing and said, I'm reading it a second time. He said, okay, well, I'm cutting the how much I'm paying in half. He said, every time I read it, I'm going to have to cut it in half.
Right.
Because it was pretty good, like $100 or something.
Yeah.
And like
that's impressive.
So like what if they got 3 times on you?
Right. You know what's so funny is how many times I've read like John, like I've read that tons of times, like certain sections.
Yeah.
I've read a bunch of because I guess that's one thing I did pretty good last year is I was like obsessed for a period of time, and The Chosen helped that, which we're going to get The Chosen season 6 this year.
I know. I need to lock in right now.
It's going to be a tough one, but we're going to be getting it.
And I need to rewatch and get through.
Right.
I need to get through the ones that I still have left. I have like maybe 2 seasons to catch up to the one we watched.
Right.
And then I want to rewatch it.
Right.
So,
but I was, and still am. I'm so interested in the people that got to actually meet him. Because having the I know I got a great relationship with him. I believe that wholeheartedly, and I think he does too. But to like be there when he's there, I was like, that's awesome.
It gets me every time,
and I'm like, and so many things that happen that I deem to be bad. I realized, dude, those are not bad. Like I got a ticket 3 days ago. And I was sitting there I was like, dude, I don't even know what the feeling was. I couldn't figure out the feeling because I was like, I already admitted I was wrong. Yeah, I did it. My bad. But I kept having this feeling. Maybe it was just you just didn't like getting caught, I guess. And before anybody has some wild thoughts, we have these new cameras set up on some of these roads, and it literally caught me looking at my phone like an old man. So I got a ticket for it. But I don't know. I had this feeling, but something the discipline that I think I've created,
Yeah.
and also the help of Jesus, because he does everything, I realized that I was like, dude, this is not that bad. And I'm thankful that me having to pay this ticket does not hinder the rest of the month.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only reason why I think my relationship in him has been just got so much closer is the year of 2025 for me was the year of thankfulness. I remember dude, just like you've read your book every day but one day, every morning I say a prayer. It's I don't even have to think about it before as soon as I wake my eyes up, I'm saying a prayer.
Yeah.
And every prayer starts with, Lord, I'm so thankful for today.
Yeah.
And the day hasn't even started.
Yeah.
And I don't, and you'd think you would say that over and over again where you're like, it just becomes monotonous.
Yeah.
But it hasn't. That's the cool part.
Yeah.
For some reason, I mean it.
Yeah.
At 5:30 a.m. in the morning, when I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I mean it. And I don't know, like, why, with the help of Jesus, that has happened so much last year, because, like I said, one thing that I still struggle with to this day is reading the Bible. And that is the number one way that you learn about God and you know about Jesus. But I guess it was just the obsession with wanting to know who he was through other people's eyes.
Right.
And then with that, it gives me the faith to also understand who he is, like with just me and him.
Right.
And that reason was like 2025 was like, I told you, it's the best year I've ever had.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
And 2026 has got a lot to beat. I mean, to beat that year. But I think it's going to happen because I'm optimistic about everything. But, yeah, I definitely need to start diving into the Bible a little more. I need to read something else besides John and Peter.
So, that was something that I talked about on here before, is how many times do people go and hear somebody talk about, like they pick their favorite 10 books and like that's what they preach on. I'd like to know like how much that goes on versus like really making your way through it.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a lot of people missing a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
And the only reason why I even say that is because until I started reading it for myself, there's books, I ain't even going to lie to you, it's about to sound so bad, that I didn't know were in there. I didn't know.
Like what do you mean?
I
you hear one of their names and you're like,
didn't know it.
I got you.
I said, that's bad.
Gotcha.
The fact I didn't know that,
Gotcha.
I'm like, that's crazy. And it doesn't matter if it's a small book or a big one.
Yeah, right.
Like, you should know them
Yeah.
if you're going to, like, really be in it, I think. And so, just something you was talking about reminded me. And also, let me ask this question real quick because I can't remember. Did we watch that last year? Did that come out last year, or was that the year before? The Chosen. My timeline is always so skewed.
And I was telling you this, I can't explain it. Last year was also, not only was it the best year I've ever had, it was the longest year I've ever had. In a good way. Yeah. Like, I hope this year feels that long.
Yeah.
I really, really do. And for that reason, I don't know.
I can't remember.
Well, let me check.
Look real quick.
Keep going.
Because this is it's part of what I'm getting into. But after we had watched that, and after I've been watching more of The Chosen, and the more I've been reading and talking to you guys, or like after I went to church with y'all that day, there's these moments of discussion that are so valuable to me. I can't even explain to you. They're so valuable, I couldn't put a price on it.
It was 2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's wild, first off, because that feels like 2 years ago.
I'm telling you, dude, this if you look back, not to jump off the subject.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you look back at all the stuff that we've done through this year, brother.
Yeah.
This year was long.
It was long.
Yeah.
And packed.
And packed.
We so much, I mean, as individuals and as friends and families, there's so much that got accomplished last year. It's crazy.
As a country, dude.
As a country.
Yeah. I keep saying it. I don't really have anything to match up to that.
Yeah.
But let me remind everybody, we've only had Donald Trump in for a year. That's the thing that I keep thinking about, that I'm like, dude, this year's been a long year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to what you were saying.
But on that topic of like the spiritual journey, I had a moment, and maybe that's what that was leading up to for this year, was like I kept having these moments of like, if I only knew more, I could help these guys more, and I could speak about it better, and maybe I could talk to more people about this stuff. Because we were having awesome conversations, and I am probably one of the most controversial or aggressive, like, in my pursuit of these conversations.
Oh, okay, I got you. I was about to say, dude, I'm pretty controversial.
Yeah, but
I got you. No,
like,
I know what you mean. You are aggressive.
Yeah, well, but also like controversial, like the way I go about it. Like, do you remember the huge debate we had in the warehouse after church? We'd went to church on Sunday. We come in Monday, and I was talking to you and Sam and Carson and Connor about it, about what the sermon was.
The church down here?
No, down here. Me, you, and Sam went to church?
Oh, I was thinking about when me and you went to church down here. So
Down
you've been
here?
to church twice.
Oh,
Yeah,
I have been to church twice.
Yeah.
Yo, I forgot about that.
Okay, I remember.
Dude, that one also plays into my main point here in a second.
Yeah, sad to say, I don't remember anything about about the church there.
Okay, well, that kind of leads into my point, though.
I think it was just
because that was the point that I'd made when we were at work. I'd argued like, what did people really gain out of that?
Oh, I got you. Okay, I got
Which is controversial because people were like, church is good, this and that.
Right.
And I was like, how beneficial was that really?
right.
Which is because people don't like to hear that. They think they want to hear that was good.
Well,
but I was questioning how good was it. But
people because of that though is just because people always want to believe that their side's the best side.
yeah, well, I don't care whose side's the best side. Because I come at it from a very objective lens because I take the time out of my own day to be doing my own research.
That's why I'm saying nobody has the right to even say anything to you about it because everybody's going to have a different opinion on who they get more out of.
Well, of course. And so,
Yes.
but my point is we went to The Chosen, we watched that, we had these great discussions, and I wanted to be a bigger part of that. I wanted to have more to contribute.
Meaning what? What does that mean?
Like when we talked about it, there was times where like Derek, shout out to Derek, he's pretty versed.
Hey, yeah, he's pretty good.
The other Derek as well, he's a pastor.
Oh yeah.
So, but I had moments with him where I talked to him, but like after the movie, I'd talk to Derek, and there was moments where like we would be talking as a group, and he would be able to bring something up, and I'm like, I want to be able to talk at a higher level on that.
Gotcha.
Because like, okay, I can follow along, or maybe I did know, but I didn't have all of it. I didn't have the whole story. I can't share, you know.
Right.
And so, and even though like the joke we kept saying, like we know how it ends.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, no spoilers, you know.
Yeah.
The joke we were making, but it's like I don't know the details from Scripture.
Yes, right.
And so I want to be able to provide that at a better level for like everybody to learn more.
Yeah.
That's why I want to. And so like we went to church and we had a debate at work about it. And I was thankful that I have a voice there as well, and everybody's willing to hear me out on my side as well as I heard everybody else out. And I think that those moments create more connections, and I think it helps me. I hope it helps other people maybe be closer. And Sam had even said at one point, he was like, John, I would almost push you to find your outlet to be able to do that.
Yeah.
He was like, whether you want to preach or whether you want to find like a class, you know, like people do small groups.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah.
He's like, whatever works for you.
That's right.
He's like, I would challenge you to find that.
That's right.
He was like, because you seem to be really passionate about it. And it is, because I take it serious. I do have passion for it. So maybe that's what that was leading up to this year, is we had all those moments, or like going down there.
So this year you're going to look for like a group or
No,
something?
I don't know. This year.
I actually think, shout out to Sam. Every now and then he says something. And you know I love you, buddy, if you're watching this.
Yeah, I love Sam.
But hey, that might be a good
Might
one
be
for
on
you.
something, but that's why I want to really dive deep this year, and I want to study on a more hardcore level so that I can speak to it at a higher knowledge. I want to be able to have those next level conversations.
Yeah, and that's what Jesus calls us to do.
So
is literally teach people and get them to Him.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so the Chosen is going to be hot.
It's going to be hype.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
But that's another area where like,
Oh, it makes me want to read the Bible.
well, but it allows me
yeah.
the avenue, because when we all go and we talk, or it's talked about, other people we know are talking about it. It gives me a new way to open up that conversation. Where right now I'm still finding my path.
Well, right now you're always willing to learn too.
Well, yeah,
Not every time do we have to be the ones that intervene something.
I know, but I'm just like, I think it's good to try to talk about it more.
Oh no, conversations are great.
The more me and you talk,
yeah,
the more I think about the fact that that's one of our jobs.
yeah.
Is like, okay, how do I do that better? How do I do that more?
Right.
It makes me think about our podcast with David Dinkins, man. He really got me amped up. That guy, you know what?
We need to get him back.
He might. We do need to get him back, because
I can get him back.
I think he may have helped pump the spirit up for me to help make some of those. Because talking to him,
yeah.
I've still got that book he told me about. You know what? That'll be my next personal book I'll do.
There you go.
So
Goosebumps.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was the Screw Tape letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's
I haven't
awesome.
forgotten.
That's awesome, dude.
But yeah, I think there's some really good stuff to come out of it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what you do this year with it, because I think the group idea is fantastic. Now that I think about it, and you need to get in one where there's a bunch of older gentlemen. Like, I mean, dead serious. Like wise.
I would get along with them
like
well.
wise people. What's funny is we recently went to church with Cammy's brother Derek, and he's no longer a pastor. He used to be.
Right.
And the church is like 3 minutes down the road. And I don't know if this is good or bad, actually. I think it's cool, but Jesus might have to humble me in the future, because I don't really know if it's good or bad. But we went to his church, and including us there, grown-up wise, I think there was 8 people. It's tiny.
There's a lot of churches like that.
Tiny. Oh yeah, and a handful of them was older people. Yeah, and I realized this for a while now, but this is one of the moments that enlightened it again. Something that gives a lot of people hope is when they see the younger crowd step up to something of this nature.
Yeah.
When it comes to Jesus or something. And I sit there and I thought about it, this little tiny church that I was in. I said, what would be the look on these people's faces if I brought my whole friend group in here? And it's not me. I'm not looking for reward. It's Jesus doing this, working through me, hopefully. And I thought, how cool would that be if, like, me, you, boss, all the wives, and coming in.
Yeah.
It'd be the coolest thing ever. And I thought to myself, though, in that moment, our generation, I've been thinking about this deep on a bunch of different levels lately. And obviously, we don't talk about it on here anymore, but I'm big on the political side of things too. And I think, not that we're better than anybody, I'm not saying that, we're not chosen or any of that junk, but our generation, I think, has a lot, or could have a lot of momentum to change the world better. I don't know why I think that. I'm hoping Jesus is just giving me some insight that I'm not understanding. But for whatever reason, I think that, because me and you both know someone personally now, where their father has literally told us, and once again, I'm not saying this because we're great. We're not the best people in the world. His father's literally told us, I need somebody like you guys to influence this person.
Yeah.
And recently, it seems it may be working. and like in a good aspect. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I can think of both.
And I keep sitting here thinking that because I'm like you all the time when it comes to Jesus. I'm not a competitive person by any means, but when it comes to Jesus, I'm like, what could I be doing better? But then I tell him, obviously I always try to get better and everything, but I tell myself, I'm like, maybe I'm doing exactly what he needs me to be doing
That's
right
interesting that's how you say it.
That is, maybe I'm doing exactly what he needs me to be doing right now. Doesn't mean that I don't need to strive to get better.
Right.
But I think I can look at results that's happening. And with this particular carrier, way more you than me. But but still though, for someone to say that to you and you not instantly get the big head and you realize, well, I'm the way that I am because I believe in Jesus.
Well, remember what I told you here a while back? It was in December of last year when we were talking about different types of people. And when you get these opportunities to work alongside or with somebody and they have the potential to look up to you. Mm-hmm. And I told you, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
And you said, John, most people wouldn't have that answer.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it is. And you were like, why?
Yeah.
And I said, well, because I don't see myself as like some fantastic role model. I'm always like, like with this whole, the spiritual talk we just had, I see all these avenues where I need to be working harder to know more, to be able to provide better answers, better conversation, deeper thought.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful for the continued opportunities I have.
Right.
Like, to even have the opportunity in the first place to be able to get the ability for somebody to, like, look up to you, that's insane. To be able to be given that opportunity, that's so much, like, power. You have the power to change somebody's mindset, which has the power to do a lot. If you have the power to influence people, right?
Yes.
If somebody looks up to you.
Yes, yeah.
And so I'm just thankful for the opportunity.
Yeah, or even looks against you in a certain way.
Yeah.
Like if you flip the script, if somebody didn't like you, I mean, you can influence them to not like you more or whatever. but continue.
But I find that super interesting. Like, but after talking to you, I did start to change maybe my view a little bit of like, all right, if these people are going to look up to me, what am I doing that maybe I should reevaluate? As well as, what are things that I'm hearing and seeing that don't align with, like, me or you? What are these things that people think, what are qualities that people think me and you magically have? I think we're blessed in a lot of this aspects that they think are good qualities. And so I've evaluated a few of those, and that's where I'm pinpointing with other people that I have influence with.
Yeah.
Like, all right, brother, you're telling me this, I don't know if that's the best choice.
Yeah.
This is what I would do instead.
Right.
Not because I'm better than you. I'm not telling you that because I'm better than you, but I do it because that's what I'm basing my own choices off of.
Right.
And we base our choices off of Jesus.
Yes.
So, I don't know. I think that's a really cool opportunity.
Oh, yeah. It's absolutely cool.
And I think if more young people continue to recognize it and apply it, I think that's what maybe you could be getting at. That's where we have this opportunity to make big change.
Yeah.
If people can, work towards that.
Right.
And a higher power, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
because the thing that's going to turn somebody else against your influence is going to be when they see you not embody the things that you say you do.
Oh, that's a big deal.
That's a huge one.
That's a huge one.
When you say you're going to do something, you need to do it.
That or if I tell you to do something and then I do the opposite.
Absolutely.
That right there, that's one of the biggest number ones that gets under my skin.
Yeah.
Boils my blood.
Yeah.
And so that's something I'm dealing with right now. It's something the Lord's been telling me to, instead of my natural response, which is to like fight against that. Mm-hmm. Like somebody tells me to do something, but then they don't do it themselves. Mm-hmm. Normally it gets me riled up.
Right.
I was reading a passage and it was like, no, you need to try to like show them you care and find like a loving route to get the different result. And if it doesn't pan out, keep going. Just keep not keep going towards them, but like move on. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
because you're not going to win everybody.
No, we're talking about like Jesus is like the Savior to all people, and remember that He washed a moral man's feet.
Yeah,
like the God of the universe did that.
Yeah.
So when you look at yourself as a level of influence, like think about that scenario.
Yeah,
because it doesn't mean that you're bigger than anybody else.
He's the top dog.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And he did that.
Yeah,
and then. So yeah, that's what I think about all the time. I think God, you will work so hard to make God have faith in you that you will do what he says when He already had faith in you the whole time.
Yeah.
You just have to realize that, and then you have to use that.
Yeah.
To thankfully and humbly.
Yeah.
Like. Embody yourself and to try to do His willings or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And
do His duties.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And even the people that I look up to that influence me, I never once thought that person held the moon. Never. I've that may just be me, because I just never. I've never had a problem with thinking somebody else is not like me. Like even if I see something like everybody talks like money status now, it's like I've never cared or freaked out about meeting an NBA player because he's just like me.
Oh,
he just does something different.
Okay, so I'm understanding now. Yeah, I feel you. That was like because somebody had asked me like, who's somebody you really want to meet? Dude, there's nobody that I'm just over the moon to meet.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like what Kid Rock says. He's like, who would you meet? Jesus.
Because, like, we had the opportunity last year, and we went and worked out with Jocko, and we did not – it was a big communal – it was a communal event for those listening.
Yeah.
But then I followed it up with shooting my first deer. Mm-hmm. And so – that was a big moment, and I got to do that with my brother, which was very spiritual for me. God, it was so awesome. I'm reliving it right now. So, sorry, that's why I'm off track. But it was like, even meeting him, I wasn't just like
meeting who?
Meeting Jocko.
Oh, I got you.
It wasn't just like, oh my gosh. And he was one of the people who I really like Jocko.
Yeah. He was one of the guys that kind of you looked up to.
Yeah.
Right.
I kind of do. But I don't like idolize him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Even though I did get my book signed, I was so happy. Got my book signed.
I don't know what to say about that.
It was awesome.
I'm
you were there. That's all you can say.
I shook his hand too.
Hey, it's cool.
Yeah, that's I think talking to everybody, but I also want to talk about
last year.
Probably the people that watch this probably the most are probably, I would say, people around our age.
Yeah.
I don't know why, and you could take my word for it, or you could throw my word away, but for whatever reason, I have a feeling that there could be a shift in a lot of people looking at the world from a bad place. You know, there's a lot of people that's kind of terrified of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They're not optimistic. That's a perfect word. They're not optimistic about the future.
Pessimistic.
Yep. And I think at a certain point, God almost kind of weaves away from how you think all the time. I was talking to Connor a couple of days ago, and
cool.
He was telling me that he was going to the academy and all this other soon.
Yep. And
he said something about pray for me at the academy because I want to do good. And I said, I will pray for you. I said, but I don't think, or how to say it? Oh, I could probably look. But he said, pray for me. I was going to the academy. I don't think he'd carry me saying this. And let's see here.
Real quick, that was 2 years ago when I shot that deer.
Dang.
And we worked out with Jocko.
Dang. I said, he said, pray for me. I'm going to the academy. And I said, I will. I said, but I'll also tell you this. I think so much people have faith in you that Jesus heard that before there was a prayer. and I think that can happen. I think obviously I'm saying pray. He tells us to pray.
Right.
And he'll give you some sort of answer. It may not be the answer you want, but he will give you the answer. And I think more people need to have faith that it could get better. And I hope if I die, the two things that I ever get remembered for is my faith in Jesus and to try to be somebody that symbolizes hope that things can get better. Because I think they can.
Yeah.
Even, spoiler alert, we know how this all ends. But I don't think, even though all this is happening, that God would want you to be pessimistic about everything. Because in the end, if the world ends, we're going to heaven.
Well, think about it like this.
And you won.
Think about the guy who
battle.
went through the most trials and tribulations, Job.
Right.
I don't know. He had every reason to be pessimistic and to go away from God. But I think he stayed optimistic and looked towards God. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that he was happy every day, but he could have a positive outlook knowing that the big man's looking out for him.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I hope more people this year can see that. And I pray that me and you can also help people see that.
I think by me learning about it more and me probably seeing it more for myself, because I'll admit I'm not the best at that.
Right.
But I think he's already showing me ways. It's just taken me a little while to see it.
Yeah.
And so
I would challenge anybody. I'm going to make a challenge for 2026 this year.
Come on.
If you're a Christian. If you're not, I just challenge you to look into something bigger than yourself. And that may just be your family if you don't want to go the whole Christian route.
Yeah.
But what I want to make, let me try to see if I can word this right. My challenge to all the Christians out there, anybody that believes in God, don't have to be a Christian actually, anybody that believes in God.
Yeah.
My challenge to you this year is don't ever be afraid to strike up a conversation because you don't think you know enough. That's my challenge.
Interesting.
If you go up to somebody and you're like, I don't want to talk about God with this person, but your first thought is, I don't know enough, I'm not qualified to talk about this, go talk to him anyway.
Yeah.
Because that's going to open up a window for something.
What if they know more? What if you start talking and you learn something?
That's what I'm saying.
Just an idea.
That's what I'm saying.
Just an idea.
And we're all stronger together. I've been saying this for years.
I ain't gonna cap. That's for real, dog.
I've been saying this coming out the womb, brother.
So we've been rocking and rolling for a few years now.
Yeah.
And you've gotten to see me interact with lots of different people within the friend group.
Yep.
And you've gotten to see my ups and downs with how I feel and adapting and getting used to people because that's just how I am. That's part of who I am. But with that, would you say, do you think you've noticed me getting like is it any easier? Like me, like making friends with people in the friend group as I meet new ones? Because you got to think, like, I slowly got introduced to everybody. It wasn't like we had a big friendsmas and I met everybody when I first started hanging out with you. Like, I first started hanging out with you, met Kimmy, met Cody Allender, Cody Brock.
Yeah.
You know, there was a party at your house.
Gosh, I love thinking about this.
Lee, Derek, Macy.
Yep.
There's a few others.
Yep.
They're not with
us. We got some new ones coming, too.
But we got some new ones coming.
Yeah.
And there were some of them that was already there. I just hadn't met yet. You know, more on like the Cammy's side.
Yeah, engage. Like,
right.
He's a new brother in Christ. Or he's probably always believed in God. But he's recently just met him.
Yeah. Within our circle. But I'd be interested to think through that with you at some point if I've gotten any better at it. As well as just like, because I'm curious on my own growth and what that looks like with our spiritualness. Like Gage wasn't with us last year, so I'd like to see when the Chosen rolls around. I'd really I'd really like to.
Good point.
Have him.
It's a good point.
So if he's available, I'd really like him to come with us. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Because last year we took up a lot of seats.
We did. It was good.
We take up more this year.
But I say all that to say I've had moments where I wasn't, and I was more pessimistic, not optimistic, and it was like there's new people I'm interacting with, and I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this person.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know if that's technically pessimistic though.
And there was a few that was controversial for me. And there's a few you even threw some warnings out. And then I got to know them. And looking back on it, I think the Lord has helped by giving me this friend group to make me open up more.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, I got to shout one of them out. Miranda opened my eyes. She's something.
Yeah, dude.
And she is somebody who comes on strong.
Absolutely.
And so I met her, and she was like, boom. And she was like, we're friends pretty much. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, you can't even say no.
No, I couldn't say no. We're friends.
You're like, yeah.
And I'm okay. Next thing you know, we're hanging out. Everything, it just got better.
I think you need
and
people
better.
like that, though.
I do.
Yeah.
I think everybody does, but I especially need somebody to push that boundary. Pushed me outside of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
And it just has continued to happen. And I've continued to grow, and I continue to learn from the people that we gain as our friendship grows and our group grows. And like Boss, he came on, and I had to grow again. Gage, he came on, I'm growing again. But this time it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I had to share that.
That's awesome, dude. I'll credit my great life always to three things: God, family, and friends.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Money don't matter. Anything else materialistic don't matter.
No.
It's literally those three.
Yeah.
And that's why I encourage everybody to do the challenge that I was saying, because I think you could make some new ones.
Yeah.
And I think that could open some great avenues in life.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that is the end of the pod today.
That's all we got.
That's all we got. John Boy, do you want to leave anything with the people besides my challenge?
No, I'm just going to hit you with the it's a new year. Don't let it slip, all right? If you got things you're working on, I would advise discipline. Continue to work on them. Don't start going to the gym and then quit.
That's right.
Don't start reading whatever you want to just, or any kind of self-improvement. What's the other type of self-improvement? Learning.
Investing in yourself.
Yeah. Investing.
Getting debt paid off.
Yeah. Whatever.
Yep.
Any kind of improvement.
Yeah.
Stick to it.
Yeah.
And by the end of the year, you're going to be amazed when you come out the other side.
Yeah, we'll call this the year of discipline.
Yeah. That's what I'm going to leave you with. We love you.
Yep.
God bless you. I'm out.
We're going to have a good year.
Yep.
Later, guys.